Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Britballin. I'm your host today, Adam Wilkin. Hello everyone. I hate doing this bit, by the way. Mike should be doing this shit.
It's the worst part of the inductions.
I hate it, mate. I can't stand it. But I'm joined tonight by our lovely friend Sam Fossey from the Manchester Titans. How are you doing tonight, Sam?
Good, mate. Good. Just recovering from the tough game on Sunday, but good. Can't complain. It's a good result.
Yeah, I can see you're still smiling.
You
Right.
can't not smile after what happened on yesterday, so it's a good one.
Thanks very much, Bryce. I'm glad that you noticed the new trim tonight. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, it's Dad. Oh, you've got some fans here, by the way, by the looks of things, Fossey. I hope they're not calling me
Theo's
Dad
my
anyway.
favorite child. I love Theo.
Now, we've got a lot to cover tonight, and for anyone that doesn't know, Mike has decided to take a holiday, so he's missing the next 2 weeks because he likes to half-horse everything he does. So he's missing the next 2 weeks, which left me a lot of work to do today. I completely forgot he was missing. So
That's Mike for you. Just he commits to things and then disappears for a bit.
yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back apparently. Apparently. Um, so the things that we're going to be covering tonight, we're going to be covering the results from this weekend. We're going to be going over our power rankings for Division 2, Division 1, and the Premiership. We're not going to be covering what games are coming up next week. We're going to leave them as a surprise because we're not going to do picks because I can't really win anything because, Mike needs to challenge us still. I know that we've got an important Vikings game coming up soon that I've got to go fancy dressed as a pirate. So we'll be
The
talking about that
EKP
one.
game.
Yeah, we'll be going to that definitely. Mike promises that he'd come up as well if I dressed as a pirate for that game. So
He did. He said it last week. I remember. I got your back on that one.
I'm just hoping because Bryce is here watching now that he puts an entry fee on the door just for that game, just because Mike's paying. Like if that's gonna happen, he's got loads of money, so
Just
we'll
a
do
Mike
that.
entry fee. That's it. Everyone else
Yeah,
gets standard rate, but just Mike.
yeah, definitely. No, Kev. No, a Spice Girl is on the first show that Mike's back. So 2 weeks time, you'll see me here singing "Two Become One" is Jerry Spice. Okay, that is happening. It's all. It's definitely going to happen. I can't get out of it. I'm fucking raging. But we'll go over some results that we've had from this weekend, starting with Division 2. I know you're keen to talk about the Titans, but
we'll get there.
We'll get there in the end. Don't
We'll
worry.
get there.
So we had Dunfermline Kings 8, Blackhawks 38. What do you make
Big
of that?
score difference.
Yeah, massive.
See, I've never. The thing is with Div 2, obviously, I don't follow it as much, but obviously, for the most part, you either see very low scores.
Yeah.
It's never so much a close one in a sense.
Yeah.
So what do you take from that really? Like, is it because one team's just overall better, or is it just the day?
For me, Clyde Valley are a good team. Do you know what I mean? Like they have been up there in the past. Dunfermline are still a new team. Realistically, it's was it nil? It was nil.
No, 38-0.
Someone's put 38 nil. I've been stitched up. I will change that. I do apologize. I do apologize. I will fix that.
You gotta have the big donut. Everyone will let you know if there was a donut in the game or
Yeah.
not.
As soon as that came in, I was like, oh shit. Right. I will fix that right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'll fix that. So that makes it even bigger, to be honest, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Definitely.
The Kings are a new team. I thought they would be doing a lot better than what they are. I'm not going to lie, but it's hard to judge them against Clyde Valley. They're a team that didn't really play last year. Kind of had a chance to regroup and things, and it's one of those like it's very hard for teams to get out of Division 2.
Yeah, I think it's that spot where it's that struggle of you need to get quality players, you need to drag in the coaches, but then at the same time, those players and coaches might not want to be in that situation, so then it's hard to get them.
Henry, I always admit mistakes when I do it. It's rare, but it does happen. And of course, the no reps, we love it. Condensed season, we expect that to happen. But yeah, it's one of those results where I think realistically, it's not a bad result for either team. If I'm honest, I think Kings will come on better later as the season goes on.
Especially like you said with newer teams, that you need to find out what you're about. You need to see what players you have, what coaching style you have, and kind of where you're going to go in the future. it's not going to happen in one season. It's going to take time.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely. Next result, we've got South Links Lightning 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 42.
See,
That's
Alpha, I'm impressed with Alphas a lot. I know Warwick personally as well from
yeah.
Sheffield days. What he's done down there with that team, just from a sponsorship, from coaching, from attitude, from uniform, just everything they do, it is great to see the success that he's having, and it shows it's all coming together now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the adult team either. They've got a youth team going. They've got a junior team going there.
They got two GB junior guys, don't they, or youth guys? Is it? I always get it mixed up.
Yeah, I think one's at junior now, big lineman at junior level.
Yeah.
Really rate that kid as well. I seen him play a few weeks ago. Ended up having a chat with his dad and things as well. Hopefully, we can get him involved in some Team North stuff coming up because he's a very big boy, and his dad is huge. Like, I looked at him, I thought he was like 7 foot, and then I remembered I'm like 5'3", and I was like, oh, wait, I don't know how tall he is.
Even that with the height.
Yeah, he's massive, man. Like, he's huge. But Scunthorpe are doing really good things down there. Like, it can't fault them.
Oh, 100%. I think with what I think they're obviously, I know you said it quite a lot, but they're in contention of winning that Div 2. And I think with doing that, it's just going to keep recruiting and getting more and more people down to
them. John, I will always pick the Kings because of Don. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know when his magic's going to rub off on the Kings, but it's going to happen soon. I rate Don. Don Edmondson's a quality coach.
I don't know where he's coaching now. He used to coach at Edinburgh, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a head coach at Edinburgh Wolves, and now he's up there. Another result, I was at this game. DC Presidents 14, Nottingham Raiders 36.
Surprised at that?
Nah.
Because you was quite high on DC, no?
I said DC could be my dark horse. So it was... For me, I thought their defense would be better than what it was. Their defensive line was still really good. They've got a very good athlete playing the end, who is unbelievable. And I mean, they brought him on at running back at one point, and he scored a touchdown at running back. Like, the guy is a mountain. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, he is huge.
So sometimes you just put your athletes in position and just let them do things.
Yeah. But unfortunately, like, the offense wasn't very good. Like, and I mean, no disrespect to DC when I say this. They're going to think, like, I'm a Gateshead guy. They're in their division. I'm just slagging them off. I'm really not. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I think you've got an offensive lineman playing quarterback.
And what style offense do they run?
So they came out in, like, a spread offense. But the quarterback, from what I've seen, couldn't throw more than 20 yards.
Right, yeah, that needs to change then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they've got big boys in that offensive line as well, man. I thought they'd come out in like a power run sort of scheme, slam it down people's throats, and it just wasn't what I seen on the day. Like, I don't know whether they were missing some guys or what, but it just wasn't what I was expecting.
No, I think with teams, regardless of whatever level you play at, you can't just pick an offense you think's going to work if you don't have the athletes to make that offense work. Yeah,
I mean, I was disappointed. I really was. Like, I know they're OC. Like, he's a good guy. I expect them to get better as the season goes on. Don't get us wrong. I just think I think they need a real quarterback in that team. Like, now.
And then you think they'll be up top notch if they just get that QB sorted?
I think get the QB sorted and maybe give the line actual, like, direction on, like, give them a set blocking scheme. Because, I mean, we were there scouting the game, obviously. Do you know what I mean? That's why we were there.
Yeah, of course.
And it was a struggle to figure out what they were doing. Was it zone blocking? Was it, like, hole blocking? What were they trying to do? And it was kind of like a bit of a mix of everything going on. And it just, like, it didn't really have an identity. Like, they've got some really good players, though. That's the thing. Like, and I mean, I'm not just talking for Div 2 either. I'm talking, like, good players there.
Yeah, there's good players in general.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know what it is. They just need something. Like,
the thing is with Notley, though, that I remember they were in obviously the whole COVID year, they were going against some Prem and Div 1 teams, and they actually did
Yeah.
quite well at times.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, no disrespect towards Notley. I thought they did really well. They seemed well coached. They've obviously picked up some guys from that Yorkshire whole merger thing. There's a few Bobcat
Yeah,
helmets there that you could see. But I think overall, I think they're all right. But they're not a bad team. I think I think realistically they could have probably scored more on the day. If I'm honest, there was like I think they took the foot off the gas. If I'm completely honest,
they kind of went into management mode when they kind of knew
yeah,
they had the win.
which made sense. Which
Yeah, I
completely
mean,
made sense.
at the end of the day, that's what happens when you know you're kind of winning,
It was
regardless of what you look at it. You
it was
don't
a
really want to run up the score.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird situation going on because so in the first half where we were stood, we were on a side of a field where not only were driving the opposite way, so we didn't really see much of the game coming back the other way.
Yeah.
And then the second half, I think it was the fourth quarter, we were expecting like a lot more coming our way, sort of thing. But that's when
And they just
DC,
never.
DC kind of like was stopping them and moving the ball back. But then as they were coming down the field, there'd be a pick or something. It was one of them. It's Division 2 football. If I'm honest, that's what it was.
No,
But
no, I think it shows though, kind of obviously with the merge last year with COVID, when you kind of put teams back into the situations, teams are starting to pull apart from others in a sense.
oh
So
yeah,
it is kind
definitely.
of good. Obviously, when you put a Div 2 team against another Div 2 team, you kind of see there is actually potential there. There is progress. There is all of that.
Right, Nathan, I'll have you know now. I'm a quarterback in an O lineman's body. There's difference, right? There's a difference, right? Div 2, mate. You know what I mean? Like, just get away with doing whatever we want.
Do what you want. Have
Yeah.
fun.
Next result, one of my favorite teams actually, Northant Knights versus the Black Knights. Northant 61, Black Knights 0. Like I'm big on Northants at the minute, man.
You're really big on them, aren't you?
Yeah, I really rate them at the minute. Like
Didn't they just get what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he played in like GFL or something before.
yeah. Like
So
I'm big on
that's an added thing, isn't it?
mate. I'm not just big on them again. It's like another. So them and Skunt Up Alphas for me in my mind, they might have been like completely different. They both came into the league and like became teams round about the same time, sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what happened then, but whoever they've got running these teams, Scunthorpe and Northants have done amazing jobs because they both come in, they're both competing to start off with, they're both building big like youth programs or junior programs, and it's an actual club. Like
Yeah, definitely.
it's a club. Like they should be
I think
very
that's
proud
what
where they are.
it comes down to though, where obviously a lot of people just focus on adults, and then when it's not successful, everyone decides to just split up or have a
Yeah,
little fling. But then when you kind of like what you said, when you look at these teams like Alpha, and I'm guessing what the Knights are doing, they're building from the young guns upwards, and that's what all
yeah,
the top teams do. Whether it be like London Warriors, Blitz, Tamworth, Manchester, just the top four,
yeah,
they've all have successful programs throughout every level.
yeah.
And
I
that's
mean,
what they've done, and it's worked wonders.
it's one of those things where I'm honestly really big. Like I watched I was looking to see the Scunthorpe Alphas juniors the other week. I'm actually gonna go out of my way to watch their youth team in a few weeks' time. I think we might actually play them at some point anyways, but I like seeing them. I'm gonna go out of my way to watch the Northants juniors. They've got a big squad sitting in Division 2. I just like the way they're running their teams. Like, do you know what I
It
mean?
sounds like it's done correctly. Like it's
Yeah,
good coaching, it's a good environment. And what people don't realize as well, obviously it's not as simple as this, but when you're starting an adults team, you can get someone that let's say potentially has never gone to the gym, never played a sport in the last 10 years and says, "Oh, I watch football, let me go play it now." And he's
yeah.
not, and let's be honest, he's not going to help the team. But then when you set up a youth team, a junior team, you get young athletic kids that are ready to play, ready to learn, and you get to coach them and make them what you want them to be.
Yeah.
It is just right to do it from the bottom upwards.
Definitely. And we had a few comments there saying that they've picked up guys from other teams and things as well.
Mm.
You know what though? That's expected. Like completely expect that to happen. Like
But that's
if
what it is. People talk. Like
yeah,
people like if someone literally says like, "Look, I'm going to play here. You know what I'm about. You come as well."
yeah,
Then they say it to someone else. They say it to someone else, and that's how it works.
yeah, definitely. Like it's one of those things. If you're building a great culture at your club, people are going to want to be part of it. It's as simple as. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Like Mike always talks about it here when he moved to Manchester Titans the first time. Titans were in Division Two, but he could see where they were going and
Yeah,
wanted to get on board quick, and that's when he moved across. Like it's one of those things. Like if you're enjoying the culture, if you see a culture somewhere else that you want to be part of, they're doing it.
100%. And that a lot of people should do that. It shouldn't be this. I understand loyalty to teams. I get that, but there's a limit to a player being loyal.
Yeah,
It's like what you said. If that team's not fitting what you envision, why are you just gonna stand there, pay subs, not enjoy it when you could go to a team that you will? That
yeah.
potentially has people you know as well.
I mean, look, you've got people in the comments now talking about how the rate the coach and stuff and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like that's massive.
Yeah,
That,
hundred
that
percent.
that's huge.
And
Like,
everyone's saying it. Also, coach and play for big teams, so
yeah.
it's shown.
I'm going to jump off the Northlands bandwagon right now and talk about one of my old teams. Unfortunately, Somerset 46 against my old team Torbay and nil. I completely expected that. If I'm honest, like I love the guys down at Torbay. I do. I love yous a lot, but yous are shite this season. Like, like
I'm gonna leave that one to you. I'm not no disrespect, but I didn't know they were teams. No
yeah.
disrespect.
It's down in the southwest, mate. Somerset are a good team again.
Yeah,
Dame and Kirby running like a youth and junior program down there. Um, they're a good new team. Realistic, I say new. They've been new to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still want
yeah,
to say new, but like they're probably not classed as new anymore. But like they've been around a few years. They're doing good things down there in the southwest, especially for the youth and juniors. And as you can see, that's a good result. No matter who you're playing against, that's a good result.
yeah. I mean, definitely a win's a win, isn't it?
Yeah,
Regardless. And then at the end of the day, if you're playing against someone that you're predicted to get the win against, I mean, that's even better because you've
yeah,
done what you're meant to do.
yeah. Oh, definitely. Um, we've had Sam come up with a comment. What's most important to you, game time or development? A lot of people think they're the same, but they aren't always.
No, 100% not. And I know what he means by this because obviously, game time, if you use this any player as an example, you might not be getting game time on a better team. So you're like, okay, I'm going to leave here, go to a team I know I'm going to start at, I know I'm going to be the guy, but
Mm.
then you're not going to do anything different. You're not going to get looked at, you're not going to get anything. Or do you want to go to a program or in a position where you might not just get handed the keys, but if you actually show up to training, get quality coaching, be around competition, it makes you the player that you
Yeah,
potentially want to be.
yeah.
And then therefore you're better off with it.
Oh, definitely. Like, so right when people always ask me this question, I've got a very like on the fence sort of answer.
Hmm.
Right, and which is really fucking unusual for me, right? So
You're
I'll
normally one way or the other.
yeah,
There's
I'm
no on the
usually like
fence.
hard right or hard left, like either way, I'm somewhere. But now
Hmm.
for this, I think it depends what you want in football. Like if you're here to play
Hmm.
and get better, then that's what you want to do. You want to go and get better coached, etc. If you're here just to go out, have fun, play the sport, do what you want, man. Like there is room in Britball for every type of person, whether you want to be that elite
Hmm.
athlete pushing for success and trying to win things and maybe represent GB, etc. Or if you just love the sport and want to play, like there is room for everyone. Like
No,
I know
100%.
I know where I am. Like, do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I'm very different as a player now, if I ever play again, I'm just there just to piss around, basically. Do you know what I mean? I just want to go and play because I like the sport.
Yeah, of
As a
course.
coach, though, completely different. Like
Yeah, but I
I
think that's responsibility difference, though.
yeah,
You know what you have to bring. But like, I agree with you. Like, I'm very harsh in this situation because obviously, like you know, and people that know me, I take this sport very seriously.
yeah,
I'll watch hours of film. I'll show up to every practice. I'll help others get out. I'll be that player. So if you do want to be the person that's like, oh, I'm here just for fun,
hmm
I'm happy with that. Be here to fun. Just
yeah,
don't get in the way
yeah,
of what the goal is of the said team.
yeah,
It like if you want to be, if you just want to show up, that's totally fine. Be here, enjoy it, be around, be in the pictures, whatever. But when crunch time comes, just leave all that stuff out the way.
yeah.
And
Oh,
that's how I
definitely.
am personally. But I
For me,
agree with you though.
I would say each team should set out what they want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
like say for the Titans, for example, the Titans
Yeah,
we are performance based team. We want to go out and perform.
that's it. 100%.
Someone else might be like, listen, we set up this team. We love the sport. We want to coach people to be able to get better, but that's not the main priority. We want to hear and have fun and just get people to play. That's fine as well.
It
Like,
is,
you know
but
what I
it's
mean?
like what you said, make it exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
it's got to be one or the other. It can't be like a mix. Like that's where
Yeah.
it's a
You can't
nightmare.
say on this day we'll be serious and
Yeah,
then next
no,
day be like, let's have a laugh this day. Like it don't work like that. Because
no,
that's when you start losing the good players.
yeah,
And that's what happens in Britball. And I've been around for a long time now. I've seen it. I've spoke to a lot of people. Good players leave teams because there's not a structure, a goal, or a
yeah,
will in certain teams.
yeah.
So then they leave to other teams.
And that's what I think Northants have got going for them. I think and Scunthorpe again. I
Yeah.
think they've both built the culture of we want to get better, we want to win. This is what we're doing, and
Hmm.
everyone's gone like loads and loads of people from other teams. I don't care what team they're at, have gone to them because the
Yeah.
culture they're building, and I like that. So well
But
done to those two.
that's where it starts. When you it's like what you said, when you have that 100%, this is what this team's about,
Yeah,
then you'll find the people that are fit for your team.
yeah,
If you change each week, then you'll get everyone.
yeah,
But if you say, look, we are this team, this is what we're doing, if you're about this, show up,
yeah.
then you'll get the people you want.
Definitely. Last result in Division Two: East Essex Sabres 10 and East Kent Mavericks 8. Now,
This,
my
this
my
is a long history lesson. I just want to
yeah,
say, the last time I heard about East Kent Mavericks, I actually played them back when I was playing at Warriors. This was like 2012, 11, 13, like way
yeah.
back.
See,
So,
see, for these, Mike loves these teams, right? Like he loves them. Like
mm,
he like researches these. I'm pretty sure like guys give him stats from these teams. They don't send me shit or they don't put it in the Britballin thing, so I can't really say anything. Well done, East Essex Sabres. Well done, East Kent. I don't know which logo is which.
a win's a
Congrats.
win. Whoever
Yeah,
won, congratulations.
yeah. Well done on that. Over to the Division One results now. We've got Glasgow 7, Vikings 40.
I
What's
expected Vikings to do that. They're
what?
like,
Just that.
well, it's not the thing is, I speak to a few of the Vikings quite a lot, but obviously you might always expect a bigger score.
hmm
That's granted, but at the end of the day, a 40-7 win is comfortable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is they went into that game and they put up a score, they dominated, and they did what they were meant to do. Now, if
Oh,
that score was
without a
like
doubt.
40 to 21, 27, you might be a bit like, what happened?
Yeah, I get that. It's
But
just
they went into the game and they did what they did. They won.
yeah, they did. They went and got the job done. I don't think it's as Glasgow scoring again. Like we've seen the score that they've done against Yorkshire, the little trick player thing. Now
Oh,
I
that
haven't.
little running back pitch throw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I heard Connor Joyce picked it off this time. If I'm,
Because
if I'm, of
he watches film. That's why.
course he does. Of course he
He's a
does.
smart boy. He knows what
Yeah.
he's talking. He knows what he's doing.
So, like, I mean, it's not just him. The coaches there, all the players there, they all watch film. They knew exactly what was coming and when it was going to come, and they've done it and they got a pick.
I mean, it worked last week. It's got to work again, right?
Apparently so. Yeah.
That's how Britball works. Works
Yeah.
once, you got to try again.
But I'm a bit surprised after seeing game film of Glasgow that they're still allowed 7. Now they could come out and say like, "Listen, we had like guys repping in or whatever." Then I get it, but I don't know.
The problem is, and I'll say this as a defensive player, and it's hard for me to say this because I'm very prideful, especially of like my defense at Manchester or just the defense in general. The slip ups can happen very easily.
Yeah, oh, I
Like
completely get that.
it can take one bad angle for
Yeah,
someone to look like the most amazing player in the world.
but
And it might have been that.
in my head though, I'm thinking if Glasgow can score a touchdown on Vikings, 1 touchdown on Vikings, East Kilbride can score 3. Like, do you know what I mean?
I get
what
what
I'm
you're thinking. Yeah,
So
but the thing is as well, I get that. But then when the better teams play each other, a different thing happens.
yeah, nah, it's one of them, isn't it? Hey, we've had this one coming. Wouldn't it be better for the Vikings to be in the Prem and Samwell to move back to Division 1? It's not for us to comment, mate, but I think you'd probably get arguments from East Kilbride and maybe Leicester Falcons also for that.
You've got in Div 1, I won't comment on the Sandwell situation just for being respectful. Everyone's allowed their opinion on what they want from that situation. However, in Div 1, you have Vikings, EKP, Leicester, Chester. Am I missing anyone?
Nottingham are a decent team.
Nottingham are as well. They had a tough week 1, so that you can't really take away from Nottingham as well. Good team. So that's potentially 5 teams. Apologize if I've missed anyone. That are legit.
Rushmore, Wembley.
Yeah.
Right, there's a lot of good teams in there. Like,
and that's 5 legit teams more that could argue coming up.
I think they've got to expand the Prem. Honestly, I think they've got to.
That's a big conversation because I have my thoughts on that as well.
I honestly, right, I'm just going to quickly say it now, right? I think you could maybe expand Prem North by 2, Prem South by 2. And then Division 1 by 2. And because I think there's still some Div 2 teams that could play in Division 1. If you know what I mean.
No,
so I think I think expanding the top 1 by 2 and then Division 1 by 2 and then leaving Division 2 as it is by taking those 2 out, I think it's better football. If I'm honest, I think it's more fair across the board.
It depends what you kind of want from it. Like my personal look on the league setup is expand the Prem in a general sense.
Yeah.
But the Prem is literally the Prem. You can't get relegated from it. You can't go up or down. Wherever teams are there. Now, players from Div 1 team now becomes a developmental league in a sense.
Yeah.
They get picked up. They go to Prem teams, all of that. And then Div 2 is, sorry to say it, but it's what we talked about, the fun league. If you want to play football, enjoy football.
Yeah.
And that's that balance.
You know, like back in the day when we were on that other platform, that's now changed its name. I wrote something back then about that, right? Like literally doing it that way. And I said, I even went to a point of including a Division 3 and making that 9v9 and playing really like local leagues, like just to get more people playing the sport. But I like the whole no relegation thing. I really like that.
That will be the next step, because obviously it's going to take a lot more time than someone just saying the idea. But if people are really serious about making an English professional league, semi-professional, whatever you want to call it, you need to stop this whole up and down every year, this and that. Like, set your teams. Like, have the Prem is the Prem. You got your big cities, wherever you want to put them. They're the big cities. If you want to play semi-pro professional, you have to go to those teams.
Yeah.
if you want to potentially go to those teams, you can find a Div 1 team and potentially get scouted to go.
I will say, when we were talking about teams that could play in the Prem, we missed Yorkshire out, so I apologise to Yorkshire. Yes,
Yorkshire as well, yeah.
Yeah, you obviously turned over some Prem teams last year as well, so
Yes,
like
they did. Great
we give you
result.
credit. I fucking knew you were going to say that. We've got the next result: Goliaths 28, Wolverines 34. Now,
Go on.
people are going to be like, "Oh, well done, Wolverines! You got to win there." But Goliaths have just got absolutely spanked off Vikings last week. So
I
to
think
me,
that's that gap now where you see
yeah,
what I was saying. Vikings are an elite team,
yeah,
and then you've kind of got the good Div 1 teams. And that's no
yeah,
disrespect. That's how it is. Because I know Wolverines have lost quite a lot of players.
yeah,
Rightfully, a few of them have come to us, and a few of them have gone to others. But that's where that gap comes, and that's what I mean when the Vikings comfortably won a game they should have. Where some people might have thought the Wolverines would have won comfortably, but they didn't.
yeah.
So now you're questioning in like what happened.
I am questioning whether are they. For me, I'm questioning now. All the likes of Yorkshire who's played and Vikings who've played, because we still haven't seen East Kilbride yet. Are they just miles ahead of the other teams that we've seen so far? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah. Currently they are.
So
I
I'm
mean,
going to say
results are
yes.
results. You can't say they're not. Like if a team's 2-0, they're
Yeah.
2-0. They're the team.
Next one up, we've got Shropshire 2, Falcons 42. Now Shropshire got beat last week off Halton.
Yeah. See,
So
I'm surprised because obviously Shropshire did beat Sandwell last year, didn't they? In the COVID year. So obviously they were in the talks of being one of the top Div 1 teams. Obviously not saying they're not now. They could just be a really slow start. But this is where you look at that team and be like, right, what's actually going on?
yeah, there's issues there now. In my opinion, looking from the outside in, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on?
There's something that's gone on. Because I understand potentially the Leicester score.
Yeah,
In a
get that
sense, because
completely.
Leicester could just be better.
It's the Halton one.
Yeah.
If this was game one, so Falcons beating Shropshire 42-2, wouldn't have batted an eyelid.
Yeah, because it could have been first game jitters.
Yeah.
They're just better on the day, whatever. Two good teams, one of them takes over and wins.
Yeah,
It
the
happens.
Halton result though, unbelievable.
That's obviously a big one.
Yeah. So for me, I'm thinking Shropshire could end up going down, if I'm completely honest. Like, if
who else is in the division with Shropshire?
Oh, I haven't got it at hand now, but Halton.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Halton's there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
Halton, I mean, yeah. If they beat them, it's kind of like they are in the bottom of going down, aren't they?
Yeah, like for me, I was thinking like Halton at the beginning of the season after a year out, but now it's that I can't look past them. Like I feel bad, but I just can't.
It is what it is. Facts are facts. You're not performing, then that's what
I really rated the QB as well that they had last year. I don't know if he's
he still there.
I don't know. No one. I've seen nothing from Shropshire, if I'm honest. Like nothing. Like don't get us wrong. Like I don't really go and look for it, but I'm just assuming a lot of their players have gone to other teams.
So I've just seen a comment. Apparently,
Birmingham, Nottingham, Chester. Yeah.
Yeah, Chester, Notts, Stratford, Bulls, and Holton.
That's
like to be fair, you would have thought just reading those names that potentially Holton, maybe Bulls are at the bottom based off last year.
Yeah, based off last year, you think? Well, we know Chester's really good, right? So
yeah, Chester are legit. Chester are legit.
We know Notts got beaten their last game, but we know they're good as well, right?
But the thing is, they got beat by a good team.
Yeah,
it's not like they just lost to just someone they should have beat. It was a genuine good team.
For me, beginning of the season, I would have put Shropshire straight in there to stay up anyways. So I would have went Leicester, Chester, Notts, Shropshire to stay up. I would have had it between Bulls and Halton to go down. Halton have just beat Shropshire.
Yeah, so now it's Shropshire
and Bulls. But we're yet to see Bulls yet. And after what I've seen last year, they're a very well organised team.
To be fair, we played them in a scrimmage
Mm-hmm.
on our camp weekend, and they were organized. They came. They're a tough team. They're not like a rollover team. They're gonna put up a fight. So it will be good to see how that division, because it's a strong division. That's a
Yeah, it
really
is.
strong division.
Yeah. Next up, we have Bobcats 23, Dreadnoughts 7. I'm expected on that. Like, if I'm honest, I rate Bournemouth. Like,
Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah, you said that quite a bit. I don't know much about them, but I know you speak quite highly about them.
yeah, I like them. I'm big on Bournemouth. I think they're a good side. Um, my least favorite team in British American football, South Wales Warriors 20, Rushmore 43. Well done, Rushmore.
Yeah, well done, Rushmore.
Anytime anyone beats South Wales Warriors, I'm over the moon. Thanks very
I'm
much.
I'm not a fan of them either. Because back
Nah.
in way time ago,
Yeah.
do you remember when London Warriors made their first senior team and they were called London Cobras at first?
Yeah.
And then we officially got it changed to London Warriors, and the Southwell Warriors kicked off saying that they were the originals. And then we travelled up to Wales and destroyed them, and then they never said anything again.
Well, what a shame.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. Great job on the win.
Well done, Rushmore. Now, I think Rushmore, again, are an old Prem team. Like, do you know what I mean? They were a Prem team back in the day.
Because they were Farnham, weren't they?
Yeah.
That's who they were? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, they have great players. They have this one running back that's at GB currently. I forgot his name. I'm sure Sam will put it in the comments in a minute. The guy's an animal.
Yeah.
Like the guy's ridiculous. So I expect them to do really well for the rest of the season. To be fair.
Yeah. Rushmore, they've always built players, mate. Like, I was shocked when they ended up coming down. That was a whole tactical forfeit season thing, wasn't it? If you remember that back in the day. I'm sure it was only like 6 years ago or something now. But it feels like
it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, isn't that like a tactical I'm going down a division type thing?
Yeah, it was back then. But they've changed the name and everything. New team, didn't happen.
Yeah, new team, different history. They're brand new.
Essex Spartans 25, Cambridge Cats 40.
What do you think of this one? Because you thought Cats were big on last week, didn't you? But they lost.
Yeah. I think this is the Cats I was expecting, mate, if I'm honest.
What do you think it was last week then? Just a bit jitters?
Yeah,
with teams?
First game blue sort of thing, I think. I rate the Cats, mate. They're normally there or thereabouts. They have a good side. I think first game of the season. I never heard anything about a preseason game. Should always get a preseason game in.
Always. You should always try and play one game just to kind of gauge where you're at as a team.
Yeah.
Regardless who it's against. Even if anything, it builds that team charisma, that kind of chemistry.
Is that the guy?
No. I forgot his name. Sam, put his name in the chat. Sam just called him a freak, which he is.
Yeah, well, he's a freak. That's it. He's a freak from now on.
Call him that.
Yeah. In the last game in Division 1, you had Wembley 20, Blitz B 0.
I don't know if that's a shocker, but obviously when you see the name Blitz, you expect the winning to come with them.
There is a shocker about the Blitz coming up soon, but that one I think's fair, if I'm honest.
Sam, we're talking about the GB running back with red helmet, the guy from Farnham. Well, not Farnham, sorry. What is it called now?
Rushmore.
See,
there you go. Cats QB1 was missing versus Hornets. Was back for the Spartans. There you go. See.
Yeah, there you go. So now they got their starting quarterback back. They got respected.
But I was big on Hornets as well, though. I rate the Hornets. Up the Hornets this year. I love it.
Oh, there you go. There's the name. Aaron.
Eric Sick. I'm not saying that. Sorry. Big up, Aaron. I'm not saying that. I'll just bodge it and fucking.
We'll just go with Aaron. Aaron.
So shout out to Aaron. He's a beast.
He's a phenomenal player. Like really is great player.
Oh, Cats had some lucky ref calls. What happened, Bradley? Tell us.
That's always the telltale sign of they really didn't have lucky calls.
Yeah.
They just lost.
Just let him tell it. It'll be funny.
It will be nice to hear.
Yeah. Send us a clip. Send me the videos.
Need video proof or it never happened.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of like calling out a ref on here. Like I think people have seen that before. I'll call out anyone. Up to the Prem though. We'll go with your result first. Titans 32, Tamworth 10. Talk us through the game.
Game of the week.
Game of the week. Game of the week. What happened?
So honestly, obviously to start, utmost respect for Tamworth. Obviously, regardless of the back and forth game day talking, you can't not respect another top 4 team in the country. Like they're a great outfit, they're a great team, and they showed up exactly what we expected them to show up as. And that's obviously a result of the first 2 quarters and the halftime going into 3-0 Tamworth. So first 2 quarters was just the defensive game back and forth.
Yeah.
I think both offenses had a little bit of jitters. Obviously, playing against good defenses, things weren't clicking at the time. Defenses both kept stepping up. It just kept working. Obviously, some people would have loved the first 2 quarters. Other people would have been like, the game's boring.
Yeah.
It depends which one you want to look at it. And then, honestly, I'll say this, maybe sound a bit biased, but it was only a matter of time for our offense clicked. And I think when it did, that was just when we knew we had the game.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of time before, obviously, our OC, Luke, QB, Sam, the other players that we have, anywhere from Max, Fresh, Winrow, Joe, the offensive line, we got too good of a players not for it to click. So when it did, and that first touchdown went in, everyone just had that mindset. Everyone just had that will, like, right, this is the game. Like, it's happening now.
You see,
and it was a great game.
For me watching it, right? Do you know when you scored? And I was like, right, okay, Manchester's going to pull away now. And then Tamworth took that kick back.
That was a great kick return.
Yeah, I was like, oh, right, okay. Because I think we were watching the DC game. And we were like, we'll leave now because like the game had just finished. So we're watching it on my phone. There's like 4 of us gathered around, by the way, watching it on my phone. And then we were like, right, we'll go now. Titans have just scored. And we literally stepped in the car. And I was just about to turn it off. And I just seen this guy just run the full length of the field. And I was like, turn the ignition off. And I was like, we're not going anywhere for a while. And we just sat there in the car watching the game.
Mate, it was a hell of a kick return. But I'll tell you one thing from our sideline. Obviously, normally when a play like that happens, you people start putting their heads down. It's like, oh my God, here we go. Especially when it's another good team. Yeah. Because it's a momentum swing.
Yeah.
I promise you, when that kick return got back, there was not one head that dropped on our sideline.
Yeah.
Everybody still went with that attitude. Like, it doesn't matter. Offense is clicking now. Defense is on point. Like, it's happening.
I mean, it was for me watching. It was a great game to watch. Like, I love the first half. So I can understand if people think it was boring the first half, but for me, I love a defensive show.
Mate, it was unreal. It was such a nerve-wracking game, especially being on the field when it's like what I said. If one mistake happens, it breaks open the game. So it was literally just no mistakes, no mistakes, no mistakes.
And then you could even see Tamworth start going for it a bit more. Then they brought Josh in.
Brought Josh in,
who can sling it. Like we've all seen him slinging it at Pride this year. Like he can sling it about.
Mate, he came in and he changed the dynamic of their offense.
Yeah.
And obviously at that part when he did come in, we pretty much near enough had the win secured. I don't want to say it was because there was still time on the clock, but it was pretty much at the point where the win was there. Yeah. So obviously defensive play calling got a little bit different, is a little bit more bend on break.
Yeah.
But no discredit to him. When he did come in, he made some real good plays, and there's a lot of promise with him in the future.
Yeah,
I think a lot of promise with him.
I've said this a while. I really rate that kid as a QB, man. Like really, really rate him. He's
recently been brought into GB adults as well.
Yeah, he's moved up from GB juniors up the adult. That second QB is someone else. He's terrifyingly good. Yeah, he is. He's
Well, I
very good.
think once he kind of, because I believe I heard, I don't know if this is correct, but he's never really played 11 aside. I
Well, he's
think,
played. He played at Tamworth Juniors, which is nines,
yeah,
and then he's played at Pride this year. But he sat behind Benzie, I think, for a lot of it at Pride.
yeah,
But apart from Pride, no, I don't think so.
that's what I
Uh,
mean. And what he's shown, the flashes that he's shown is good. Like he's gonna be a force to reckon with once he gets comfortable and
yeah,
brings confidence with himself going forward.
this is going to annoy a lot of people when I say this, but I honestly think he's the second best QB in the country.
Who's the first?
Hussein. There you go. Hussein Simpson, Gateshead under 19s. There you go. Thank you. Right. I think he's a great QB though. Honestly,
No,
I
he
really do.
definitely is. He definitely is. But I think this win over Tamworth was, for obviously Manchester, was such a big
It's massive.
staple,
It's
and it
massive.
needed to happen. And I think the way it happened, again, all due respect to Tamworth, great outfit, great team, great players, great coach, and Jason Scott as well. What we did on yesterday, it needed to happen. And when it happened, I think it made a lot of people realize that, right, Titans are actually about what they're speaking all off season.
Yeah.
Because we've put in so much work, and I don't think people realize that. We talk a lot, we flaunt a lot,
Yeah.
because that's how we are, but they don't understand the amount of work we put in behind the scenes with the meetings, the camps, the practices, the just everything.
Yeah.
And for it to come together against our rivals, against the team that's won the North the last 4 years in a row, it's massive.
Yeah.
And it's the momentum that we needed as a team, and it just happened. No one said Ricky Luck. No, nobody said Ricky Luck.
Um.
But honestly, I'll say this as well. I'll give Ricky props. Best corner in Britball. Ricky. I said it live on air as well.
Don't worry, I'll edit that out. It's fine.
You don't have to. I say it with
I will.
chest. He's the
I will.
best corner in Britball.
Ricky's chatting shit, you know what, man. Right. So anyway, I'm joking. He is a good player. But I know what the Titans are like. I know that you guys will be fully expecting a completely different game the next one.
No, 100%. Like I expect. Obviously, I don't know what's happening behind Tamworth's team that build up to the season. I know Jason's obviously been very busy with Nottingham and GB, and it only ended recently. So obviously, I don't know what they've done. But you can never count out a team like Tamworth.
Yeah.
You can't just say, right, we won this game, however you want to look at it, and then say, right, when we play them again, they're gonna roll over, because they're not.
Yeah.
And the type of coach that Jason Scott is, how he prepares and just how he approaches the game, it's gonna be the exact same battle. I wouldn't even be surprised if the same thing happened where it's a stale haul and then something just happens and opens the game back up again.
Yeah, I mean it's one of them, isn't it? Like I think you'll see a different Tamworth. I think the QB rules might switch. If I'm honest.
I think I don't know about going forward, but we play them, I believe, the 30th of June again, maybe the 5th. One of them two. I can't remember which one it is. I'd say by that time the season goes on, I believe Josh will be the starter.
Yeah, so do I. I really like Angus as well, by the way.
No, 100%. That's no stick on Angus at all as a player.
Yeah.
But I think moving forward, what Josh is going to bring and the ability he has, it's only a matter of time before he's given his opportunity.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we'll move on to the next game. We'll leave a bit of bite for the return fixture.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling we're going to get about 1,000 comments coming in now that we've mentioned the Tamworth quarterback change. So I'm just going to swiftly move on before that happens. Kent Exiles 21, London Olympians 0. Expected or not?
I would say it is. Kent's been doing a lot of moves.
Yeah.
They've recruited quite well. I know they've got some great coaching staff down there. They got some great players. and obviously it was Kent's first game, but what Olympians showed, you kind of had to go in with Kent, and they performed and they won.
Yeah. Kent for me are another one of them clubs that are an actual club. Like they've
Yeah,
got everything there. Flag, youth, junior, kitted, women. They've got the lot. You know, just one of them Titan
yeah,
sort of
they've been a
situations.
big club for a while as well. It's not
Yeah.
like they're new, but
Oh no.
they've done everything right again. They've recruited well. They've got the right coaches in. They've set the mentality. So I think they'll do quite well, and they'll really put up a fight against a lot of teams.
Oh, definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. I
I
think
think
that
the problem you'll always get with the London teams, like for the O's, for example, great outfit. Of course they are. They're in the Prem, but they're always competing with Blitz and Warriors.
yeah.
You're always competing with those two that are literally a bus ride, a train ride, or walk down the street away from you.
It's London though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's gonna
There's a lot of people. I mean,
yeah.
it's easily recruited, but it's like what you said as a player. Do you want to go to a team that's won multiple national championships, past and present, or do you want to go for a team that maybe hasn't been as successful for that long in terms of the division
Yeah.
wise?
No, I get that. It's depends if they look at the history. That London O's, remember, as a very,
Oh,
very
mate, the history of London O's is ridiculous.
yeah, it's
It's
disgustingly good.
it's next level. But then again, unfortunately, history is nice, but if you're a
Yeah.
present player, does that really mean much to you?
Yeah, I mean, look at it on soccer terms. You're still going to go play for Man City over Man United, aren't you? Let's be honest.
I,
You
I
know
don't
what
I
I
don't
mean?
watch I don't watch that football, so no say. I
It's
agree with
shit.
you.
It's shit. But if I can get a dig at Man United fans, I'll do it straight away, mate. It's like it's one of them.
I'll agree with you. Yeah, you'll definitely go play for Man City, 100%.
In the last game, solid Thrashers 9, Blitz 6.
This was a shocker.
This is a shock.
This was a shock.
I can't
And
believe it was a last minute field goal as well, wasn't it? That wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was. It was 6-6. I think there was a blocked extra point, and then the last minute field goal, like you said.
That's crazy. Like that is probably I think going to be one of the results of the season.
Well, that result there alone is going to make a lot of things down the road matter.
Yes.
That maybe wouldn't have as much going forward.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the thing is as well, I know obviously we're saying it's shock, but credit to Thrashers.
they're a great team, mate. Like
No,
they've held
100%.
their own in that Prem now. They've done it last year as well. They played well last year. They've got
Yeah,
a
they've
really
done
good
well.
QB. I know they've
Yeah,
got
the
it.
QB's his name's Dell, and I used to play with him a long time ago in like
Yeah.
youth or junior. I forgot what it's called. I always get him mixed up, but back in those days, he's a great player. But it's a shocking score though, because the thing is, like I
That,
said, it implements going down the line, but then it also makes you think. Obviously, Blitz week 1, what was it, 48-0?
yeah.
Thrashers obviously lost to Warriors. I think it was
Yeah.
17-0 at halftime, but then it ended 48-3.
Yeah.
And then literally the week after, they beat a top 4 team in the country.
It's crazy that, mate, isn't it?
It is, but I think in a good way, like again, no discredit to Thrashers. They deserve the win. They showed
100%.
up.
100%.
It was
Now-
a hard fought game.
Now, what I don't understand is, right, Mike was very big on the Blitz winning it all this year. Like, he was like, he thinks, not all, but like, he thinks Titans are going to win it all. But like, winning the South, he thought Blitz were like nailed on to win that. He was like, heard that players were going there to play and who they were bringing in and all that sort of stuff. And that is crazy. Like, we've just had it here now. First non-Warriors loss since 2016 when they lost to Aztecs.
That's what makes it even bigger in a sense, and that kind of shows the dominance.
Yeah,
and I won't sit here and say straight away there's a power shift because I don't think that's the case.
Nah,
but it shows that there's a potential in the near future.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think realistically now there is more than just London kicking around now. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
for a
it's
good
starting
few
to pick
years,
up.
it was all just London. They had all the recruitment, but now I think people around the country are starting to really take it seriously now.
Yeah, and I think it's showing. I think it showed from the year that Tamworth won the national championship,
Yeah,
and it's shown what they carried on doing, what Manchester's now doing, what Thrashers did yesterday.
that's even bigger for me.
2 field goals, no touchdowns.
That's even bigger.
They're
That
legit. They're legit. I mean, they showed up and played.
that's crazy. Like I think that makes it worse that they didn't score a touchdown. That it was just 2 field goals, but I don't
Did
know.
Thrashers score a touchdown? They didn't. Yeah, because they missed the extra point.
Yeah,
Yeah, they scored.
so this is just. I don't know what I was hoping to do. Oh, they're just loving each other. We'll just ignore them too.
Just send a friend request and talk in DMs.
Yeah,
It's
just
fine.
yeah, get out my chat. What are you playing at? No, but I think like that is massive for me. That the fact that Blitz didn't score a touchdown with the roster that they've got, that shows so are doing something special.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. But I will say, knowing the Blitz coaches, knowing the caliber of
Oh,
players
they'll
they
they'll
have,
fix it. They'll fix it. Don't get us
yeah,
wrong.
they went away from that game extremely pissed off.
Oh, 100%.
And I would,
100%.
I don't know who they've got next, but I would imagine the score might look very differently.
Yeah, I can imagine they're going tee off on whoever it is they've got next, if I'm honest.
And I expect it as well. I don't expect it any less.
No, it's kind of like a guaranteed, isn't it? Really, that's what we're going to kind of see. Um, what I'll do is I'll share my screen now,
Mm.
if it lets us. Let's have a look. Share my screen, and we're going to rank Division 2 teams. Hopefully, this is coming up on here. We'll take our ugly mugs off the screen while I say my ugly mug. You're a pretty beautiful man yourself, but I'll take me off. Hopefully, this is going to work now. Is it going to work? There,
Yeah,
it's worked.
Sharon, I can see the charts.
Perfect. So this is for Division 2. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously we've had some results come in this week. This is what we kind of had last week. As you can see, by the way, if you're watching, I have changed the logos on here because Mike messed up, so I had to make these all again. So I do apologize to everyone. So this is what it was last week. Now we've seen the results that we had, so I'll let the Division 2 results scroll along the bottom again here.
So obviously we've got to put alphas in the top 10 now, right?
I think so. But does that mean only crew drop out, or I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just move alphas in at 10 there now to start off with. Is there
But
anyone else that we should move up into the 10, do we think? Clyde Valley, they won.
did they did they win enough to move up though?
Well, they beat Kings, didn't they? So Kings can come out.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I mean, if they beat a top 10 team, then obviously we
Yeah.
got to have a change.
Who else?
Did Surge beat? Was it Surge that beat Blitz B? Wasn't it?
It should be going along your screen. Who beat Let's have a look.
Oh no, it was Wembley, wasn't it? It was
Wembley.
Stallions. Yeah.
Wembley. So have I got Wembley in here? I don't think I've got Wembley. Where's Wembley? Wembley's Division 1, man.
Oh yeah, of course. My bad. Sorry.
Division 1. You've got me looking for Division 1.
My bad.
Freaking hell.
My knowledge is coming in great right now.
Sam's giving you shit in the chat as well, which is funny. I don't think, well, not only one, so we can bring them in there. Surge won the other week, but not against anyone of note, really.
So I would definitely say So out of those 4 teams that we just brought up, who out of them are beating Crew? All of them?
All of
One
them.
or two of them?
All of them, in my opinion. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go up at the top. Northants won this week, yeah?
Yeah, they stay because they dominated, didn't they?
Humber's a good side. They had a good result.
Yeah, the previous week they did.
Bristol, they still haven't lost. They're still up there. Norwich Devils, they're still up there. Gateshead beat Darlow. Highland Stags, Steam, Somerset. None of them have lost yet, but have these other teams had better results? I think Northants need to they need to be off the board. I know they don't even know number one. It should be like miles in front.
Yeah,
Like they are
I
miles
agree
in
with you.
front, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're definitely staying at number one, obviously.
I
I'd
think
say, go on.
I think you can move Alphas up a bit, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think regardless of what Alpha did, just the 42-0, like a dominant win, that you've got to show respect.
Yeah. Somerset battered Torbay, so maybe they could go up to there and Steam come down.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a tough one because hasn't Norwich haven't played yet, have they?
nah, they've not. So
Because that's always the problem. Like you got to leave teams in until they prove something different, don't you?
yeah, like we're still going off like last year sort of things. You know what I mean? So at the minute, I'm happy with what we've got there at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm kind of happy with 7 being Highland Stags. I wouldn't even mind moving them down and having them above.
Yeah.
I don't mind that because Somerset have had a couple of good results. Clyde Valley are 1-1, so maybe drop them down
Yeah, drop them out
because they're
for
one and
now.
one. Because Roughnecks beat them, so Roughnecks would be ahead of Clyde Valley realistically.
Who did Crew play and beat?
The B minors.
Oh, I would say respectfully take them out for now, just on the opponent that they played and beat.
Right. Okay. So take them out. Not only beat DC Presidents.
And they're big on your list, so
They're not. They're not big. I just think they were a dark horse sort of situation.
yeah. But to be mentioned even as a dark horse, and then to kind of be beat in a sense comfortably.
I think we could put Aberdeen there in 10.
Put Aberdeen at 10 and take the other 3 out that are at 10 currently.
Yeah, I think. Well, Aberdeen's here. So then we've got Swindon Storm, I think, and Nottingham Raiders. It's one of them, mate. It's like that's quite a tough one, if I'm honest.
It is. I agree with you on the tops. I'll let you decipher the bottom bit.
I want to have a look at some of the chat here. Let's see what they're.
None of them are really.
None of them's really giving us what to think. That's a Swindon logo. Yes, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, Adam, you should know that. Jesus.
Yeah, Swindon Storm. I did mention that the second time. I think I got it wrong the first time. I don't know. Is anyone? What would anyone's 10th place here be? Let's have a look. See if anyone wants to. Is willing.
You have to pick someone as well.
Yeah, you have to pick someone. We're not leaving 3 up there. Like I'm not doing that. So if anyone's got anything to say there, I am more than happy to listen.
We got a Roughnecks.
East Essex at 10.
East Essex at 10. Yeah, to be fair, East Essex, they beat your Cats, didn't they?
They did. They did. I don't know. East Essex Sabres could go in there. I don't know. It's quite difficult. You know what it is, right? I know who I'm going to put in. It might. I think Staffordshire should go up there because I think
and the other 3 come out.
Yeah.
We got 2 Roughnecks now, though. I don't know if they play for them, but we got 2.
Really?
Yeah, 2 people have said it now.
Right, I'll tell you what. 2 people have said it. We'll go with what the people want. Aberdeen Roughnecks in. Save it.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That seems
Done. I'm happy with that.
because I think the thing is with the bottom bit of the top 10, you don't have to wait until these teams start playing each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously
Well,
you've got 2 teams in the top 5 that haven't even played yet.
I know, but it's difficult.
It
Though, isn't
it
it?
makes sense why you've done it. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, but
Yeah.
you can't take a team out that is potentially a top 5 because they haven't played a game yet. That's not exactly their fault.
I know. It's one of them where I just think Staffs and Roughnecks, like we're getting that East Kent. Yeah. Don't worry, I think we'll get more people in.
Once the games start rolling a bit more, it's easier to start putting people places.
Yeah. All right,
It
let's have a
is
look.
it's very easy to say that someone should be in the top 10, top 5, but then they haven't played yet, and it's just like, well, how are we justifying that?
Let's see if this is gonna work. If it's gonna load. Come on. Is it loading?
It was, I think yeah, it's loaded. We're on Div 1.
There we go. So in Division 1, this is what we've got with so far. We have Chester Romans at 1 because of their big result against Nottingham.
Yeah, they beat a legit team, so
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I need to put the Division 1 results back in now, don't I? There. So
Yeah,
that's
you've
what
got 'em in.
results. Yeah, there we go. That's scrolling along the bottom. So would we move Leicester up on their result?
I think you should move Leicester up because they beat a team that people did have high hopes on. Regardless of what the outcome is of it, they won comfortably. To be fair to them, so
I'm going to put it like that just for now.
yeah.
I think Rushmore could be in the conversation. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these guys here, and then we're going to discuss it because I think it's out of them.
I'm saying Chester number 1. That's
Right?
my personal opinion.
I'm happy with that. Chester 1.
So playing a lot of these teams last year, I would say Chester, what they've developed and what they've shown already this year,
Yeah.
they're going in the right direction. I think they'll carry on going in that direction.
Yeah. I'm happy with that, definitely. So if we go Chester 1, because of the result that I've had, who we're going in at number 2? Look at these guys. Very, very, very north base top 10.
The North top 10 Div 1's better than the South. It's just
Like,
how it
yeah,
is.
what do you want me to say? Like, who should be up there instead? You don't just say that we're biased towards the North. Tell me who should be there.
Name a South team that can beat any of those 5 North teams.
So Nathan Court says Rushmore number 2.
I don't think Rushmore will go number 2.
I don't either.
I think they move up potentially, but they don't go number 2.
And that's why I put them there. I think they lose to Vikings, they lose to East Kilbride, they lose to Leicester. I think it will be close with Rams with Rushmore, if I'm honest. I think it's got to go Vikings number 2.
I'm happy with that. Because we got more than 10 teams in the top 10 right now, don't we? Because we put Rushmore up.
No, with that I think that should be right.
Oh yeah, so, it is right.
I'll go Vikings 2.
I think Leicester go 3, personally.
Leicester go 3.
I think EKP, just for now, just based off because they haven't played, they go to 6.
I'd go with that for now.
Yeah.
And then we're moving down. So we've got London Hornets, Hertfordshire Cheetahs. Did any of those? You've got to have Cats in there. You've got to have Cambridgeshire Cats, haven't you?
Who would you take? Well, Cheetahs haven't played yet, have they? Or have they?
Nah, they have. I think they played last week. Right, so London Blitz B, aren't getting anywhere. So we're not even going to consider them. In fact, here's what we'll do. We'll bring them all in,
Mm.
and then we'll talk about results that they've had, and then we can kick out ones that we think aren't good enough, right?
Yep.
Because, oh, shit, wrong one.
Right. Cheetahs beat Wales 13-6. So they have played.
Yeah, they did. So, right, we're going to regroup these three here for now, right? So, if we're sure all the way up to number 6, okay?
Yeah, I think top 6 is fine.
Yeah, I think top 6 is fine. Then I think you've got to go with. See, this is where it gets tough now, right? So after this top 6,
So
I
should
think,
we start with getting rid of the teams first?
yeah, we'll get rid of the team. So let's.
Because
Inverclyde
Shropshire,
Goliaths have lost 2. They're out of
yeah,
there.
Shropshire's out of there.
Why won't it let us move these? I hate when it does this. It's. Why has it done this? Right. So whenever I've took them up from there, it's taken them out. Shropshire's lost 2. They're out.
Goliath are out.
Inverclyde Goliaths are out. Glasgow Tigers are
Tigers are
out.
out. London Blitz are
London
out.
Blitz are out. I did not rate the result that these had. The Wolverines.
No, I agree with that.
So Wolverines can come out. South Wales Warriors are out.
Yeah.
Birmingham Bulls haven't played, so they can just stay there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Wembley are 2-0. Cats are also 1-0. So I'm just bringing them up for now. So they're possibilities. Caesars are 0-1, but we know what Caesars are like, right? But because even though they're 0-1, we've still got to bring them out. I
Yeah,
think
that's fair.
Bulls have yet to play, so we'll pull them out. Portsmouth lost; they're out. Cambridgeshire Cats are 1-1 apparently.
Yeah, they are. They lost week 1, didn't they?
Right, so that's them out. Thunder.
But the Thunder that they just beat the Blitz too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So we can leave
Or
them
was
in.
that Stallions? No, that was
That was
Stallions.
Stallions, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Stallions. Bournemouth Bobcats, they just won, didn't they? Their result should be going along the screen. If I remember that rightly. What was Bobcats beat Dreadnoughts 23-7.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder 0-1 against the top team. How many points did they put up on them?
Well, Thunder at 0-1, they should just be out, no?
No, he's on about Nottingham, I think. I get that. So, Joe, don't worry about Nottingham just now. They'll climb back in. That's not an issue. Bournemouth are 1-1. They're out. Bang, straight away. Oxford, they're 1-0. But I just don't think the result was good enough.
No, I agree.
So I'll pull them out. Thunder, I don't think should be in there. And Spartans, I know they beat. Who was it?
Shropshire.
Shropshire. But I don't think they're a good team, as we've seen.
But
So
they
that's better.
beat a team that isn't good. So
Yeah, so they're out. Wembley beat Thunder week 1. That was what it is. Right. So here's what we've got to go with now. Who's top out of these? Hertfordshire, London Hornets, Spartans. Who are we going with?
What's each of their records right now currently?
They're all 1-0. They're all 1-0.
They all 1-0.
Yeah. I think how we had it is I think we had Hornets, Spartans, and then Wembley can go there. That's how I would be happy with if I think. But with Wembley beating Thunder in week 1, how good are Thunder?
The thing is with the Spartans as well,
Wembley,
they beat Cats in week 1,
Wembley.
and Cats beat someone else confidently.
Who's that? The Essex Spartans.
Yeah, so they beat Cats, didn't they? and then the Cats beat someone comfortably week 2. So does that say that they're a good team?
Wembley are 2-0.
Oh, they go 7 then if they're 2-0, just based off record, I'd say.
So we keep Wembley at 2-0 there.
Yeah, so they go 7. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So obviously, Cheetahs beat South Wales Warriors, right?
Yeah. So
Spartans beat Cats.
Yeah.
And who did Hornets beat?
This was last week's result. I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna have a look now.
Someone just said Cats beat Spartans. I thought they lost because they played week 1 and Cats lost, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah, because Cats won this week and they lost week 1 and they played Spartans, I'm sure. I could be fully lying. I do apologize if I am, but
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right, let's have a look. I hate this.
I don't think Wembley go above EKP yet.
No,
you got to let EKP at least have their first game, just based off what they've been doing.
Can't even remember who I'm bloody looking for.
Who the Hornets played, who they beat.
So Hornets are 1-1, and they won 15-13 against Cambridgeshire Cats.
Oh, so right, okay, my bad. Cats lost the Hornets, then beat Spartans.
Wembley have scored 50 and conceded none. So Wembley deserve to be there. Cambridgeshire Cats have won 1, lost 1. Essex Spartans are 1-1. Blitz beat. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Like that, if I'm honest. Wait, what's Harvard just doing?
So who are we putting at 10? Hornets or Spartans? People really want Wembley to go up. I don't think Wembley can't pass EKP yet. You got to at least let EKP play their one game.
Yeah, first. Let them play one. I mean, Wembley beat Blitz B, and they beat Sussex Thunder. But they've not conceded. So I get why they're asking for it, but at the same time, it's like.
So Chris Pill's comment was, not even Manchester can go 2 games and not concede. They need props for it. You also got to look at competition we play in.
I'll tell you what. There, happy? Because East Kilbride haven't played. I'll go with that. Yeah? Everyone happy with that? I'm waiting for the comments now to kick off. I'll keep Wembley above them. Is anybody going to kick off about that now? Good. Right. They're happy with that. Right. Cats lost by 2 to Hornets, then just beat Spartans. Right, well, they lost. Like, done. Right.
Yeah,
we're going to the Prem
I'm happy
now.
with that.
I'm happy with that. That's it done. Don't care if you are going to complain. That's what we're going with. My show, I do what I want. Right. So I'm going to get complaints with that. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. I don't even know why he's watching. I've said this hundreds of times. Now I've broke me screen. What are you doing?
Gotta share screen again.
I'm going to, as soon as I can get back to where I'm supposed to be. They've ruined my screen by me trying to do this tier making.
That's always the hard thing with tier making, though. Until everyone plays at least 1 or 2 games.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
You just have to go based off last season, thoughts, anything really.
See, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have any of these starting until like week 3 or 4. But
because the thing is, when you guys first started, didn't you have EKP 1 in Div 1?
Yeah.
At number 1.
Yeah.
So you could argue, why did they ever get moved down if they've not played?
Exactly. Like, I wouldn't move them down. I would still have them one, if I'm honest. Here's where it all kicks off. Right. Is everyone ready for this? What we thinking?
Obviously, no matter what Titans go to.
Yeah. Oh, what's just happened there? Oh, there we go.
The
Is it
internet
back?
crashed because the facts got kicked through.
Yeah, it was like Titans go 2, and then it just was like, boom, straight off. We think we're back up and running now. Right, so
Yeah.
Titans are going 2. Simple as that.
So let me say this, right? And this is me not being a biased player, okay? This is your answer. Do
Me.
you put Titans number 1 based off the competition that they beat and are currently 2-0?
So, right, I was waiting for you to say this, right?
I'm just asking you because obviously if I say it, it's
Yeah,
different.
and I get that, right? But what I'm going to say is Titans have beat 2 teams, yeah? Sandwell, not very good. Phoenix, good. Yeah, that's what we're going with. We'll all assume that.
Yeah, that's
Warriors beat Solent
fair.
comfortably, who just beat Blitz, who we also thought was good. I can't move Warriors down after having a dominant performance against Solent when Solent have just beat Blitz. If you know what I'm saying there.
Do Thrashers beat Tamworth?
I think,
Similar scoreline as well.
yeah, it is a similar score. Like, it's one of those. Like, that for me could go either way. Everyone's screaming. Everyone's screaming for me to put Titans 1 on there. So I've got people here: Titans 1, Tamworth 3, Exiles 4, Solent 5. Oh Christ, this is going. No, Warriors 1, Titans 2. We said Warriors number 1. Everyone, see, this is crazy.
To be honest with you, I'll say this:
Mm-hmm.
Warriors and Titans are fine of where they're at right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Right now,
I think you've got to go Tamworth 3 though. Still,
I personally don't.
do you not?
The reason why I don't is just because obviously the difference of caliber of score in the two games.
Right.
And also the last time Blitz and Tamworth played, Tamworth lost.
Right. Nah, I just can't. I can't like. I can't.
So do you think if Tamworth and Blitz play again this Sunday, Tamworth beats them?
Right, look, right here, that's a hard one, mate. That is very, very hard. So, I've put all the Prem team. Oh, fuck no, get out of there. You're never going there. Jesus
Optimistic.
Sorry, if you're watching, Tam. Oh, fuck you as well, my bad. Right, so. Right, we're gonna. This is how that's. Don't get offended, right? So that's what we've got. We know that for sure. In my opinion, that's what that is, right? We've got 1 and 2.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that as well.
Right, so we've got 1 and 2. Number 3, now I think has got to go Solent.
You really think Solent jumped to 3?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know.
Because you got to look at it this way as well. Yes, Thrashers beat them respectfully, again, but then Warriors
thumped them,
took it to them.
Yeah, but I expect that of Warriors.
And the last time that Warriors and Blitz played, was it not a close game? I believe.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like. I personally do not think you can take the top 4 teams and move any of them out of the top 4 currently.
I tell you what, I've realised as well. I didn't have the Prem results ticking across the bottom. I do apologise, people.
Like the top four are still the top four. Warriors, Titans, Tamworth, Blitz.
Right, okay. I'm happy with that. But I can't have Blitz there. I can't because they've just lost. Like that is going against everything. Do you know
So
what I
you
mean?
think so? So you
As if
think that
as if
Thrashers go 4 and Blitz go 5?
well, this is where we're going with this now, right? So I think you can't put Blitz there because they've just lost. So you've got to put them there. That's it. You cannot do that, right? Exiles though could come into that as well. So you could go something like this at the minute, right?
I don't think Exiles go there yet, just because quote unquote, if you look at the top 10, they haven't played the top 4 or 5. You get what I mean?
Yeah. But they're still winning.
They are, and they can have number 5 if they want number 5 or number 6, but they don't go tied with Thrashers. I don't think yet.
No, I get that. Just a quick one. Harrison, we will be starting our youth and junior shows in the next couple of weeks. At the minute, I just haven't got time. But once we will get them back up and running as soon as
Yeah,
possible.
to be fair, Mike made a good point that Exiles put less points on O's than Blitz did.
Right. Okay.
So I don't think, like, I'm not saying Exiles haven't done well, but they don't shoot up just because of that 2-0 until they prove it against one of the top 4, top 5 teams.
So
Because I really agree with you. Now Thrashers beat Blitz, they 100% solidified it. Like they're in the top 5, 4, 100%.
so if I do that and have Blitz at 5, you'd be happy, even though they've lost a game.
I personally think Blitz should be ahead in Solent still. However, I'm happy if it stays like that.
I literally cannot do that.
The thing is, I'm happy if it stays like that.
Someone's saying Solent can't be 4. Like, I don't. If I'm right, I'm agreeing with what Joe said. I can't see Tamworth at 3 even. Like, I'm struggling. I am really struggling with this Prem.
I never said Tamworth at 3, by the way. You put them there.
I know I did.
So that's on you.
I think I'm going to go with that.
And you still think Tamworth above Blitz?
Yeah.
Even though Blitz played a top 3 team closer than Tamworth played a top 3 team.
Someone's put they've scored 0 points. Solent can't be 4. They've scored 0 points in 2 games. Mate, they've just beat Blitz.
They scored 3 and then 9 in the Blitz.
Yeah,
so they've scored 12 points.
Lance, they've just beat Blitz. Like, it doesn't matter how many you win by. If you win 1, how can people say Blitz 3? How can anyone say Blitz 3? They've just lost to Solent. Let's go with win, lose, and don't worry who beat who. It's very difficult. Because for some reason, all you guys that watch this take it very seriously. And we just thought this is a piss take. But now it's kind of a serious thing that happens on a Monday night. So
the thing is as well, everyone's saying that X, Y, and Z team doesn't score, doesn't do this. It's fine to say that, but you're matching them up against the other best teams in the country.
I know.
So it's not expected, but it's understandable some scorelines that happen.
So someone's saying Solent didn't score a touchdown, even if they kicked 3 field goals the other day.
They scored a touchdown and missed the extra point.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The extra point got blocked.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Mike just said Thrashers touchdown, field goal versus Blitz. Lance, what you talking, mate? You chatting shit.
Right, I don't mind if Thrashers stay number 3 based off their victory over Blitz. I agree with you. They beat a top 3 team last week that was ranked 3.
So do you think we move Blitz above Phoenix then? Is that what you're saying?
I say yes. Right now. I think Phoenix go to 5 and Blitz go to 4.
Even or right.
Based off that, Blitz have had a dominant win. Their
Yeah.
loss came to now the top 3 team in the country based off these.
Do it, yeah. I mean, like someone just said,
And
the
last
Bristol need to be
time,
considered here, even without a game. To Solon
and
beat
then
Bristol.
and then last time that Blitz and Tamworth played, Blitz beat Tamworth. So I think Blitz go to 4 and Tamworth go to 5.
Until the Blitz can pull the finger out, I'm leaving them at 5. I think I need to. It's the next spot now I'm worried about at 6 and 7 and 8.
But even though they had a 48-0 win,
But who was that against though? Like,
Olympians.
yeah, but the Olympians just got beat again off Exiles, yeah?
I
No,
think
who?
yeah they did, but it was a
So,
closer game.
yeah, it was a lot closer.
The thing is as well, if you take everything into account, Tamworth never scored a offensive touchdown against us. Where Blitz have shown that they can put up offense and
But
they
they didn't.
lost a very close game.
Yeah, but they didn't score against Solon. Just kicked 2 field goals.
But you're high on Solon though.
I
You think
am.
they're a great team.
I do.
So that means they lost very closely
Right.
to a good
Okay.
team.
Okay. I'll keep them. Right. I've switched them around. Blitz at 4, Phoenix at 5. 6. Who we got at 6? Gotta be
Exiles go
Exiles.
6.
Exiles
Exiles
go
go
6.
6.
And this is what I think the next one is. Go Exile 6, Bristol 7. Who we
See,
going to?
Bristol will be the good C because their next game is Warriors.
Yeah.
So that can change up everything next week.
Who do we put in at 8? And the rest I've got possibility to go down.
The only person, right? So Olympians are now 0-2, right?
Yeah.
I personally, Olympians are out. Out of the 4 teams left, I put the Wolves up above the others.
You put the Wolves above.
I put Edinburgh above Sheffield, Steelers, Merseyside, and Olympians. Because currently, Sam's does put it in the chat, which is a good point. They have a great running back coming back. That's currently at GB. Their QB's back. They have a mountain of an offensive line, as per usual, because they're all just massive. They got a great defense. So I say Wolves at 8.
And I mean that could change. You know what I mean? People are going to think that could change anyways. But
100% could. But
and
I think
people are probably going to get pissy at the word that I put could go down, is instead of like number 9. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, I see no lies.
Yeah.
Like
they are fighting for their lives.
If we're being honest and just by facts, obviously we have our opinions on Steelers.
Yeah.
Merseyside have lost a lot of their players to Titans, Chester, and Holton. Olympians are now 0-2. They've lost to maybe the potential team that they could have beat to stay up, Exiles, which they didn't. And then from what I've heard from Giants, they're just not ready to be up. So the North is going to be between Sheffield, Steelers, and Merseyside to go down, personally.
Yeah.
And that's not trying to be disrespectful in any way. That's just the facts of it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm more than happy with them. More than happy with them. And I think
that the thing is with the top 5, it's going to be massive because, like what we said at the beginning, that one game between Blitz and Solar is massive.
Yeah. I think the biggest games to come now are going to be the likes of Giants against Merseyside and Giants, Merseyside, and Steelers playing each other to see who's going to go down realistically in that division. And Olympians, Kent, and Bristol. Yeah, Bristol.
Depending on what they do, though. Bristol, because apparently Bristol have recruited really well. They got a lot of players back.
Yeah, they have.
So it depends on what they actually do, and that's when it shows well.
Chris Peels just asked who of Warriors played.
Thrashers.
Yeah, they played Thrashers and
they beat them like 48-3, something like that.
Yeah. So, it's a big one, very very big one. But normally at this point we do predictions on who's going to be playing next week, but we're not this week. We're just going to act all surprised, and I'm going to say I got them all right next week. So I'm going to end it here, mate. I'm going to end it here. That's a show. I think it's been a good show. Thanks for coming on.
It's been a good show. I appreciate you having me. It's been good.
I expect you back next week as well now, by the way. Mike's away again, so see you next week.
If there's not a GB meeting, I'll be here.
Nah, there's no GB meeting. I've cancelled it. Tell them they're not doing it.
Okay.
No, Britballin's on. Yeah, Britballin's on. It's more important. But yeah, Mike was on form. This is the best one that Mike's been, actually. Tag Mike in the comments. Tell him he's done a really good job today about not being here.
Thanks, Chris. I really tried today. Brought my good side.
But I know he's all going to be pissed at where we put people in. If I'm completely honest, what you can do is if you send an email to We Don't Actually Care. So thanks very much. Take care, guys.